Today I wanted to give you guys 7 reasons why girls will stop returning your calls. And the reason I wanted to do this because I've actually been getting a lot of emails from guys, asking me this because, certain guys would be like, yeah, I was talking to this girl and, we were texting back and forth and we went out once and then she kind of stopped, hitting me back when I would text her, or this other guy was like, I was calling this girl and, we would call each other, but then all of a sudden she stopped calling. So I wanted to give you 7 reasons why chicks, will stop returning your calls. And the thing I want to say, even before I give you these 7 reasons, is that, if a chick is not returning your calls, don't sweat it, ever. It doesn't fucking matter. You just keep it moving on to another girl who you're going to, basically click with, and she's going to return your calls and things are going to happen. But I just want to give you guys some insight as to, why she hasn't been returning your calls, and certain things that, you could be doing, certain things that is just, out of your control or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? All right, and this is in no particular order of importance. I'm just numbering them and naming them or whatever. All right, so number 1 is she found another guy she liked better than you. All right, so this is, and this whole thing I'm talking about is for when you're dating, when you meet a chick, you go out a couple times or whatever, and y'all been hanging out, and then she hasn't returned your calls. The thing is, number 1 is she's found another guy she liked better than you. So basically, a lot of times what chicks do is, they'll date around and they'll mess with a guy here and there, but a chick, in the back of her head, she's, looking for the best dude. You understand? A lot of times girls don't technically like to juggle guys the same way how guys like to juggle girls. You understand what I'm saying? So there are girls who out there that actually, they can go out with a guy here and there, but sometimes if they find a guy that they're really, really into, you understand, and they were dating you, but they're into this other guy more than you, they will want to spend more time with the other guy and just kind of like brush you off to the side. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they kind of liked you initially, but then this other dude is like, oh, he's like the one, or, they start thinking about that type of shit sometimes. So, she's found another guy that she liked better than you. And, there's nothing that you can do about that. You just keep it moving. You feel me? All right, so number 2 is she was just using you for attention. So basically, sometimes you'll talk to a girl and she'll, give you her number. And you'll call her. You'll even go out with her. She'll go out with you, hang out with you, do all this other stuff. And all of a sudden, you text her, you call her, she stops calling you. And you're like, what the hell happened? And, this girl was most likely just using you for attention, using you because you were giving her attention, you were calling her, you were texting her, you were taking her out to different things. And, now that she's gotten all the attention and she's like, okay, well, I'm good, thanks. And then she kind of just keeps it moving because she's done with all the attention that she needed from you. She got what she needed, and then she kept it moving. And in most of these cases, the guy doesn't even get to have sex. In some of these cases, the girl will just use the guy for attention and not necessarily even have sex with him. You understand? So that also happened. So, number 2 is she was using you for attention. All right. Number 3 is you took too long to hit it. You took too long to hit it. Now, this is a reason why a chick will stop returning your calls. And, I try to tell guys this is very important when you meet a chick, when you're talking to girls, when you're going out with girls and you're approaching girls, when you're dealing with girls, you have to have a sexual vibe going. You have to touch girls and flirt with them and be sexual with them and try to have sex with them. If you take too long, they are going to lose interest in you. See, a lot of times you guys, you listen to too many of the things that women say. You understand? A woman will say, oh, I want to take my time and I want to get to know a guy. So you've been hearing your sister say this. You've been hearing your aunts. You've been hearing the girls who put you in the friend zone say this type of crap. and then you end up doing that while you're with a girl you're trying to date. You try to do this whole let me take it slow thing and be this nice, super nice guy, gentleman, and I'm not going to try to be sexual with you. And this girl who likes you, who wants to have sex with you, was like, why the fuck is this guy not trying to have sex with me? You understand? And then since she figures that you're not into her or something's wrong, and then she stops returning your calls. You calling her up, she's like, well, what's the point of even dealing with this dude if he's not trying to have sex with me? You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like you take too long to hit it out. I always tell guys it's best to try to hit it within the first week of knowing the girl. You understand? But, sometimes when you guys take too long to hit it, the girl loses interest and she stops calling you. Okay? Number 4 is she has a boyfriend. So sometimes you meet a girl and she'll have a boyfriend. She won't tell you, but she'll still give you her number, and you'll call her up, and she might text you back once or twice, or have a phone conversation with you a couple times maybe. And in these situations, usually the girl does not even go out with you. It's kind of like you meet this girl one day, you exchange numbers, and then you just have a few like back and forth calls. And then you're trying to, holler back at her, and you're like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, she stopped calling me. And a lot of times these girls have boyfriends. And the reason why they give you the number is because in certain cases, they might have had a argument with their man. And that day they were feeling like, oh, well, I just want, some attention from another guy. Or those girls, even though they are, into their man or whatever, the fact that you came up and just talk to them, they're like, oh, well, I'll give him my number, and then try to rationalize it as, oh, we're just friends, or I'm just going to be friendly to this guy or whatever, and it's not a big deal. So when you're out there trying to holler at her and get in contact with her and do all this other stuff, she stops calling because at some point you're like, hey, what's going on? Let's get together and go out. And then she's like, oh shit, she's like, what the fuck did I just do? And then she stops calling you. And the thing you guys got to remember is that sometimes a lot of these girls are very passive, so they're not going to call you. In most cases, some girls are not, they're not going to call you and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to call you anymore because of this and this and this and this. They're not going to say that. They're just going to stop calling. You feel what I'm saying? So number 4 is she has a boyfriend. Number 5 is she never really liked you in the first place. So sometimes you'll talk to a girl, and let's say you're talking to her or whatever, and you say, hey, give me your number. And the chick, she's not really into you, but she gives you the number because, either you're giving her attention and she likes that at the time that you're giving her attention, but also sometimes she might want to get rid of you. So she's like, okay, let me just give this guy my number and, get rid of him. You understand what I'm saying? And then even though she wasn't really that interested in you, at that point you might text her, and she might text you back just because, you're saying, hey, what's up, and then she's like, hey, what's up, and that's, it's not really going to go anywhere because she's really not that into you. You understand? So she never really liked you in the first place. So what happens is after a while, she's just going to stop returning your calls. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So number 6 is you were giving her way too much attention and came off as needy. Okay. So you were giving her way too much attention and came off as needy. Now, basically what happens in these situations, and this is what I usually advise guys not to do, is that, you get a girl number, y'all exchange numbers or whatever. And what most guys do is they'll call the girl and they'll talk to the girl for like an hour on the phone. And, or they'll, like, let's say they'll they met the girl on Monday, and then they'll text her or call her just to talk about things. How is your day? How do you feel? What's going on with you? Yeah, but just all this talking, and you're paying her way too much attention. So you call her, you get her number Monday, you call her on Tuesday, then you call her Wednesday, and you call her again on Friday, and it's just like too much calling and attention that you're giving her, and you're coming off as needy. You're coming off, the chick is like, does this dude have a life? Why is he calling me almost every day? And I just met this guy. Like, what the fuck is going on? You understand? So don't do that. Like I tell guys, like when you get a girl's number or y'all exchange numbers, you just text her or call her, whatever, however you want to do it, just to plan to meet up again. That's it. Takes you 2-3 minutes. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? What you doing on Friday? Oh, cool. You free? Listen, let's get together, get some coffee. All right, awesome. Peace. Done. Over. Finished. That is it. Do not keep calling this girl and all that other stuff, because then she's going to be like, damn, this guy's so clingy. And then she's going to stop calling you. You understand? She's going to lose interest and stop calling you. Now, number 7 is you said something on your date or over the phone that made her lose interest in you. I'm going to say that again. Number 7 is you said something on your date or over the phone that made her lose interest in you. Now, I don't want you guys to sit here and think, oh my God, I have to watch everything that I'm saying now, and I don't want her to not like, fuck that. This is the thing. Sometimes you're going to say certain things, and again, you're not going to know. You're not going to really know what it is that you said, so don't try to even think and bother to like, oh, let me watch what I say. No, you be yourself 100% all the time. The thing is that there are certain things that you're going to say or do or whatever that might not be something that she is into or likes, and that might turn her off, and that might be a thing that makes her not want to call you again. You understand? Or return your calls when you're trying to call her. You understand? Which is, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, so you don't have to waste your time on this chick, because, she's on that, oh, well, he said this, I don't like this, then it's not going to work, which is a lot of times where chicks will think that, even if what you said or what you were talking about, is something, it's not a big deal. You understand? See, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're talking on the phone with a girl, and you say, I think, y'all just talking, and say that the topic got into talking about like abortion or something like that. And you were saying that, I believe women and whoever should have abortions if they feel like it, and it's not a big deal. Just have an abortion, whatever, right? And then she might be like, oh my God, like, and most times they won't even tell you this. In certain cases, they won't even let you know that they don't like that you said it or whatever. But if they do, they'll just let you know, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that, and no one should have an abortion, and it's not right, and blah 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 blah. So just because you said that you think that women should have an abortion, that's like a turnoff for her. She's like, oh, I don't like guys who think like that, and then now she doesn't want to call you again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stupid shit, I know. But that is what happens. You understand? So, or you might say something like, oh, well, I like to like have sex with girls, really quickly when I meet them, or, you tell a girl, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just trying to have a good time. It can be anything like that or any other thing. And what it is that what you're saying to her, she doesn't like, and then therefore she ends up not really feeling you because of that. You understand? Because see, this is the thing. Just like how I was saying in the beginning, where sometimes women will not call you back because they found a guy they liked better. The thing is with women and chicks, they're in the back of their head, even though they know this is ridiculous, some of them know that this is ridiculous, they're looking for this perfect guy. And you saying certain things and doing certain things, you know what I'm saying, makes them see you as not the perfect guy for them. Do you understand? Which translates into, oh, he's the wrong guy because he said this about abortion, and the guy that I like would never say anything like this about abortion. So therefore, I'm not going to pick up his calls. I'm not calling him anymore. I don't like him anymore. Do you understand? That's how their minds work. You understand? And this is, and let me take it back to this. This is why, when I said number 3, when you take too long to hit it, sometimes what also happens is, when a girl first meets you, she has this sort of like fantasy about you. Not necessarily technically about you, but just a fantasy of the type of guy she would love for you to be. in her life, this perfect image of a guy she has. So the thing is that she is actually ready to have sex sooner than later, because her mind is filled with this perfect guy image of, you know, that she has and that she projects onto you. So therefore, if you take too long to hit it, then the real you, you know, she starts to learn more about you. And then when she learns more about you, it can turn into you saying something, or, you know, or doing something, whatever, on a date or over conversation over the phone or whatever, that makes her not like you anymore because you said this. And then therefore she doesn't want to call you again, therefore you're not going to hit it, you know, so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? So, well, I'll give you guys a bonus one too. So it's a bonus one, number 8. And a lot of guys don't know this either, or they don't realize this, is that another reason why a chick will stop returning your calls is because she's intimidated by you. Yes, this happens. She is intimidated by you. And I actually talk about this more in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Make sure you guys get that at MrLocario.com. You know, sometimes girls are intimidated by you, meaning you'll meet a girl, you'll exchange numbers, you'll call her a couple times, you probably went out once or twice or whatever, and then, you know, she feels like that she's not comfortable being around a guy like you, because she's scared to be around a guy like you. She might think, oh, this guy is so cool that, you know, I feel like other girls are going to want him and I can't take that. Or, you know, I might get jealous, or, you know, this guy's so awesome. Why would he want a girl like me? You know, they start thinking about this shit. So then they cut it off before anything can happen. They just stop it because they feel like at some point it's not going to work out anyway. And they don't want to end up liking you that much and then have to be like, God damn, like I really like this guy, and have that fear of it not working out, because since they're so intimidated by you, they think that, you know, you're too good for them in certain cases. This happens. I know a lot of guys don't understand this concept because you've always been taught like, oh, all these girls are out of my league and I need to do this to impress girls and all this other nonsense you've been taught. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes a girl doesn't call you back because she's intimidated by you. So either way, with all these reasons and stuff, and, you know, there's a couple more reasons, but I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of, you know, the ones that happen a lot. Either way, if a chick doesn't return your calls, you keep it moving. This is why I always tell guys to date a lot of women. Talk to a lot of women, approach a lot of women. Make it a habit of making, you know, talking to women and conversing with women just a thing you do. You understand? Make it a thing you do, because then it becomes easier for you to do it. It becomes like an automatic thing. You start to talk to girls, talk to more girls. You get more girls that you talk to, and then you start having you start to click with more women. You feel what I'm saying? And then you will have more women to choose from, and not, you know, be focused on this one girl or these 2 girls over here who are not calling you back. And then thinking, oh my goodness, I'm such a loser, I suck, it's my fault, what did I do, blah, blah, you know, all this other nonsense. Alright, so that is it, guys. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.